Okay, in this video we'll create a travel blog with a nice front page, a counter, some latest adventures, maybe a quote, next adventure stuff with your follow buttons, and also we'll have a contact page, an about me page, and also a blog page. And we'll also modify our headers and our footers, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so before you can get a website started, you're going to have to buy a domain name and web hosting. We have used HostGator for a while and some other companies, but HostGator we're kind of loyal to. If you want to use my referral link in the description and help a brother out, you can. It's resourcefulnetwork.com/HostGator. If you don't, you can just go to HostGator.com and click on the Get Started button. And that will bring you up to choose some plans. If you're just doing one website, the hatchling plan, single website, baby plan if you want to do more than one, and then you have your business plan. It has some extra upgrades here. All right, so we're just going to do the hatchling plan. Click on Buy Now. We're just going to do the one website for now. Enter your domain. So if you don't have a domain name already, we need to type it in this box and see if it's available. Alright, so a lot of times, so if I typed in my photography site, photodabbler.com, it's going to say it's not available. Alright, so it says here, unavailable. Alright, but I could choose .club or .site or .net or any of these other extensions. But you kind of want to stick to a .com. You don't have to. If you're stuck on the name and something is available that you can use, go ahead. It's totally up to you. Alright, so let's just change this to Photodabbler 2020. I don't know why I put 2020. That was like 2 years ago already. Alright, so it is available. And the actual domain name, if you do like a year plan or more, you'll get a domain name free. So it'll save you some money if you can pay for 12 months up front. If you scroll down here, domain privacy protection is $14.95 a year. This is very helpful. Basically, it will hide your contact information from public view. I have not gotten this before, and I basically get a bunch of emails. Hey, we can do your website, or do you want an app, or blah, blah, blah. Just a bunch of spam stuff. So buy it if you don't want those annoying emails. If you want to save $14.95 a year, just uncheck it. Choose a hosting plan. We chose Hatchling, and the billing cycle is where you'll save the most money. So 36 months will be $275 a month at the time of this recording, so that those prices may change. But if you go up to only do 1 month at a time, which we'll do for now, just starting, it's going to bill you $10.95 per month. Okay, create your HostGator account. I already have one, so just enter all your email address and password and the security pin. Put all your billing information in here. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can use a credit card or PayPal. Additional services, we are going to skip for now. You can get these if you want. Totally up to you. It's your money, but not necessary really. Enter a coupon code. Should already be one in there. And then your order details would be this. So to start a website, your initial investment is going to be less than $30, $24.63 roughly. Read the terms of service, cancellation policy, and privacy notice, and hit checkout now. Alright, so once you got that step out of the way, your domain name and your hosting paid for it, you should come to your customer portal here. If not, you can just go to portal.hostgator.com and log in. You want to find the link under Control Panel where it says Install WordPress. So you can go ahead and click on that link, and we're going to go ahead and install WordPress through the software Softaculous. Alright, so basically you can just scroll down here and click on Install Now. Your domain name should be in here automatically. If not, just hit the little drop down. I got a bunch of websites in there, so I'm not going to do that right now, but your domain name should be in here. Directory you're going to leave blank, and then the version that you want to install is the latest version. So if you hit the drop down, it should be the top one. Okay, your site settings, your site name and site description, you can enter those if you wish at this time. We can change those later very easily. Head over to admin account, and this you want to put in a username and a password, and this will basically be what you log in to your back end of your website. Okay, so make sure it's something that you can remember. Probably want to write it down, unless you use the same username and password for everything, which some people do. Your admin email, we don't have an email set up yet, so you want to put an email in here that you can check. And I'm just going to put this Gmail. Please don't spam me. Choose your language, hit English or whatever language that you need. And then plugins, advanced options, select theme. We're going to leave all blank because we're going to put some stuff in ourselves. You can email your installation details to your email if you want, and just click install, and it will go through an installation process. It takes 3 or 4 minutes. Alright, so after it installs, it should install successfully. If you have any errors or something like that, you can just leave a comment or something like that, and I can try to help you out, but it should install successfully. WordPress has been installed at your website as this, and then you have administrative URL, which is the URL that you want to use to log into your dashboard to make all your website adjustments, add your images and files and so on. Now we're going to go ahead and click on this, and it should take us to our WordPress dashboard. Now occasionally you will get a error message. It worked this time, but occasionally you'll get an error message that says site not secure or site not found. Basically, if that happens, your site is just being propagated through the internet, and it takes 10-20 minutes to get through all the servers. Don't worry if you don't see the screen right away. Just give it a little bit of time and then hit refresh until this page comes up. Now, on a rare occasion, it can take up to 24 hours, they say, but generally it takes about 20 minutes. Okay, so once you have this page up, I can go ahead and close out of these real quick. Basically, I'm going to clean it up real quick first. You're going to have some stuff that's pre-installed. So basically, let's just go ahead and go to plugins first. Click on installed plugins, and we're going to just check them all. Go down here and then click this. That will select all of them, and then go ahead and click deactivate and then hit apply, and that will deactivate them all first, and then click again so it selects them all. Hit delete and apply. Are you sure? Yes, we're sure. So that's just going to delete all the pre-installed stuff. And we're just going to start off with a clean slate here. Let's go to pages and then delete those. Has 2 in there already. Let's move them to trash, hit apply, and then click on trash, empty trash, and then post. There's probably 1 post in there, hello world. Yep. Go ahead and hit trash, and then trash again, empty trash. Alright, so now that we have a clean slate, we can go up here and just click on our dashboard here, and it has some stuff here. You can just dismiss this, but if you want this stuff not to show, just go up to screen options here and just uncheck everything, and that just makes it clean. Or if you just want to show the welcome message, you can, or WordPress events, you can. It's totally up to you. Okay, next we're just going to go over a few quick settings. So if you go to settings and then hit general, it's going to bring you to your settings page where you can put your site title and tagline if you haven't already. I'm just going to leave it there. Make sure your WordPress site addresses are the same. Your admin email address is one you can check. Membership I'm going to leave unchecked, and then new user default as subscriber. You can change it to whatever. I wouldn't change it to admin or editor. But you can leave this as subscriber. Site language you can change again, and then time zone I'm just going to put in DET, Detroit, because I'm in Eastern. You can change your date format here to look like this, or this, however you want it, and then your time format. Your week starts on Monday, Sunday, whatever day you want. And the cache level, I just leave it on normal for now and go ahead and hit Save Changes. And those are saved, ready to go, and we can go on to the next ones. Okay, so your next settings would be writing and reading, and we're going to change these later after we build the site up a little bit. So just go ahead and go to discussion, and then these top two right here, I always uncheck, okay? This top one especially is just kind of some old stuff. They probably should take that out there. But anyways, uncheck those two, and then you can change your comment settings here. Email if someone posts a comment, so on and so on. But basically, I just uncheck these two. These other ones we can modify later if you wanted to. Then your avatar displays. This is for comments. If people have an avatar, it would show. Totally up to you if you want to leave it on or off. And then hit Save Changes. And then the only other setting that we're going to change is going to be our permalinks. Okay, so we'll go to permalinks. And by default, it has it to your post. It would be your website.com / the year, then the month, then the day, then the name of the post. Okay, so it doesn't look really good. It's totally up to you, but I always just change it to post name. So it's your website.com / whatever the name of the post is. So change it to post name and then hit Save Changes, and that's all the settings that we have for now. We can come back and change the reading and writing later. The privacy and media we can do. You know what? Actually, you can do privacy also, or not privacy. Reading. If you go to reading and you haven't built your site up, you can turn this on for now to discourage search engines from indexing the site. But generally, if you build a site the first day, it's not really going to show up anyways. But totally up to you. I just leave it off. All right, so next thing is we're going to install a couple plugins, or actually just one for now. Plugins are basically kind of like apps on your phone. If we went to install, we deleted all of them already, so we need to go ahead and go to Add New. And plugins will basically just help you out with functionality. There's like 7,000, 8,000, 6,000, something like that. There's a ton of different plugins. But anyways, you could click on the upload plugin, or you want to go to plugins and then click Add New. If you had like a zip file, you would do upload plugin and drag it in. But we want to search for a plugin. We're going to add a plugin that will help us build out pages and design it. It's called Elementor. If I can get this typed in right. There we go. All right, so Elementor Website Builder is basically a drag and drop page builder with a lot of nice functionality that can help you build your site out really nice. It's 5 million installations, 5 million plus, and just make sure it's this one, Elementor Website Builder by Elementor.com. You want to click on Install Now, and then once it installs, we want to click Activate. And that will be the only plugin that we put in for this second. We'll put some other plugins in later, but this is what we need to start building. All right, but we need a theme. So if we went to our website now, this is what it would look like. Just a green, this is WordPress 2020. Nothing really fancy, right? It's just some text and a search box. All right, so we want to install a theme that will help us make this look a lot better. All right, so basically, if we go to Appearance and then go to Themes, there's going to be quite a few thousand that we could add. So let's go ahead and get rid of, or actually, let's go ahead and type in Astra. Hit Add New first. I think I need more coffee because I'm not really happening tonight. Okay, all right, so Astra, it's this one right here. Go ahead and click on Install, and that's going to install this theme. And then you want to click Activate. So once it's installed and activated, if we went to our site now, it just totally changed the whole thing. All right. Okay, so once you have Astra installed, sometimes this little pop-up will come up. It says did you know it comes with dozens of ready-to-use starter templates? You can install the starter template plugin to get started. There are a bunch of really nice templates that you can use to start with. Okay, so if you wanted to just do a template and not design it how I'm going to design it for you, just go ahead and click get started, and then you can pick out whatever template you want and just go from there. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to build this from scratch, but I want to get rid of these other themes that are in here. So if you just click on it and then in the little right corner hit delete, click OK to confirm, and we're just going to delete all of these other themes. That way everything is clean. Delete this one, and then we're also going to delete the 2020. Okay, so the only theme you should have in there is Astra. Okay, so now we want to add some pages. Alright, so you can do this a couple ways. You can go over here to pages and hit add new, or at the top here you can just hit on new and then click page. So we're going to add a page called home. This is going to be the page that when someone types in your web address, this is what's going to show up on the front page. That's going to be our home page, and we can go back. We can save it as a draft. The next page we're going to do is going to be called an about. You can save a draft, and then the last page we're going to add one more, and we're just going to call this a contact. And you can add as many pages as you want, but just to start off, those 3 pages will help. I mean, you probably want to get like a, privacy policy page, terms and conditions, some other legal stuff. But for now, just to start off, we can just put those 3 pages. All right, so once our pages are made, we can go and start making some edits to them. So if you click up here on this little W, this will take you back to your dashboard. So we have our about page, our contact page, and our home page. So we're going to go ahead and edit our home page. We're going to do this one first. And it doesn't matter what order you do them in, but this kind of makes more sense to do the home one first. Okay, so it's going to take you to this page here. Basically, we were just here, but we want to go ahead and click on Edit with Elementor. And this will help us design our front page. Okay, so Elementor is just the little drag and drop page builder that has a bunch of widgets that we can drop in just to make our site design look a lot nicer. Alright, so we could go to the template and just add a template, and this would be from the Elementor library, and they have a bunch of different templates that you can use. There is a lot nicer ones on the Pro version, so if you upgraded to the Pro version, you'd have a lot more choices. But we're just going to make one for ourselves. So let's go ahead and X out of that. And this little plus button will help you add sections. Okay, so you can add just one section with one column and just take the whole page, 2 columns, 3, 4, and so on. A bunch of different startup designs here. So we're going to select this one here. And as you notice, it's only this high. Okay, so it's not very high. So you can adjust the height of these if you just go over to height, and then you can click on fit to screen, then it would take the whole screen up. Alright, so if we went back to default, that would be that. So just add a new one, go like this, and then you can change the height however you want it. Okay, there's a bunch of different settings in here. Alright, so we're just going to do fit to screen for what we're doing, and now we need to add an image. Alright, so we want to add a background image first. Okay, so go to style, and if we click on normal here, there's background type. We can do classic, which will let us change the color. You can change the color of it. If you don't like that, you can hit clear or just drag around to whatever color you want. And you can also do the opacity. Okay, that will clear it out. We can also add a gradient. If you wanted to do a gradient, you can do that, and you can mess around with all those settings. You can add a video, or you can add a slideshow. Alright, so we're going to actually add a slideshow. So we're going to upload 2 images. So basically, it'll say no images selected. So we need to add some images. You can press there, upload files. We're going to select some files. And I have no idea what folder is going to open, so okay, perfect. we're going to add this outdoor camping and then this highway one. Go ahead and hit open. And on this side here, you have the title of the image. Now you want to, like for SEO, you can put an alt text in there also. Okay, but for now we're just going to hit create a new gallery and then click insert. And that's going to insert these two images, and every 5 seconds it's going to switch. Okay, which is cool. Alright, now we could also say we wanted that campfire first. We could go back and then just drag it and switch the order, or you could hit reverse order, either way. Okay, so like if you had 3 or 4 images, you know, you can put them in whatever order that you want for them to show up. Hit insert gallery, and we're back to this as the first image, and then 5 seconds we'll go to this one. And you can change it if you wanted to just do every 1 second, which would be super fast. Okay, so every 1,000 is a second, so maybe 3,000 every 3 seconds. Could do that. We change it back to 5. Okay, and then you can change how they transition too. You could have them slide. So every 5 seconds it's going to slide to the next one. You can have them slide up or down, either way. I think for this example, we can just put it on fade. And then you can also change the transition duration, which I like to mess around with. If we put this on, like, say 1500, so every 1.5 seconds, maybe 3,000. And you can just see how it will transition. Okay, it just slows down the transition. Alright, and then you could also turn this Ken Burns effect on too. You know what, you have this little zoom in or zoom out, however you set it. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So we could do those 2 images, or we could just trash that out. Are you sure I want to delete? Yep. We could put a video on there. Alright, so I want to put a video on there. Alright, so basically I need to create whatever link this is. So I need to upload a video, or you could put in any YouTube video here. But if I just hit save draft, and upload one of my videos, exit the dashboard, we'll go to media, add new, and then I'm going to upload a video of a little campfire. It's this one here, and it might take a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and hit pause. Alright, so once your video uploads, you want to click on this copy URL to clipboard. Okay, and it's copied. And then we can go back to our page, home, edit with Elementor, and then we'll insert that link that we just copied after we get back to where we were. And it should bring up our campfire video. Now the only bad thing about videos, it does make your page load slower. Okay, so there you have our nice little campfire. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. If you had a YouTube video, you can just copy the YouTube link and put it in there too, but we're just gonna go back and just do one little classic background. Let's turn this off, and let's just put our little nice image of this in there. That's going to be our backdrop. Okay, so now we want to add a title heading. To add any widgets, you can just go up to your Rubik's Cube and all your widgets will show up here. We'll go ahead and drag our text over and drop it in, and you can put whatever you want here. Hi, I'm Chris. And now we want to change the style of that because we want to make it bigger. So go to your style. You have text color, typography, and text shadow, and some stroke. We change our text color to maybe white, or we could change it to this color. Change it to white, either way. Click on your typography. You can change your fonts here. Okay, so you can scroll through all these fonts, or you can have one picked out. Okay, we'll just leave it on Roboto, maybe Roboto Slab. Rubik Mono 1. No. Let's just go back to Roboto Slab. Alright, and then let's make it ginormous. Okay, let's go to our Rubik's Cube and add some text underneath. And let's go ahead and change our style again, change our text color to white. You can go back to your content. And we'll just put traveling all across, wherever, whenever. Okay, and we can make this bigger also. So something like that. Okay, but as you see, depending on what font color you use and what picture you have in the background, sometimes it's going to be hard to read. So we can actually darken down this image if we go back up to section, go to background, and then go down to background overlay. On normal, we click on classic, change our color to black, and then we can kind of change the opacity here to darken it down a little bit. Okay, so there you have it. Now, say we want to go to our column here, click Advanced, Motion Effects. We can have this come in, fade in up. You can have it bounce in from the left. You can light speed in. I mean, there's a bunch of different stuff that you can do. I'm just going to leave it on none. And you can do those individually also. So you could go to Hi, I'm Chris here, go to your advanced, and you could actually go down to transform and maybe rotate it a little bit. Maybe rotate like so. That's on -13, so we'll do it on this one also. Click on the pencil, that'll get you to what you're editing. Go to advanced, click on transform to rotate, and then -13. And then you have that. Okay. You don't want to rotate, just turn it off. Transform, back to default. Alright, so say we're satisfied with this, but we want to just make it a little bit smaller, so we can go back to our section and then go to layout and then our height. Let's change this minimum height and maybe make it 600. That looks good. And then we can go ahead and add a new section. Okay, so next section would be just drag here or click there, drag, click, you know what I mean, and hit this 3 columns. So we're going to have 3 columns here, and we're going to add a counter. Alright, so you can scroll down till you find it, or if you know the name of the widget you're using, you can just start typing. So counter is this one here, not the countdown. The countdown is a pro version widget, but drag this counter in, and it's going to count up to whatever number you tell it to. So starting number, you can start it at 0 or whatever you wanted. Ending number, we can say maybe 47. And then our title, we could change this to countries visited or something like that. Okay, and then instead of doing this all over, you can just copy this. So if we just right click and hit copy, and then go to the next column here and just hit paste. It will paste it here, and we can just edit. We'll go to 93,145 miles visited, or miles traveled. Miles visited. We visited all these miles. Miles traveled. And something happened here, so we want to drag it back over here, so we can just hold your mouse left click and just drag it back over here. And then we can just go ahead and copy this one again and paste it. Okay, and then we can edit this one. Let's say we drank a lot of coffee. Let's see, 6,314 coffees consumed. Or whatever you want. You can put whatever you want in there. We can change the color of the text. You go up to make sure you're on your counter, go to style, and then under typography this will change the number, and then this will change whatever the title is. Alright, so maybe we want to make this like a orange or something like that. And we could do that for each one, or we can just right click and hit copy and then go to the next one and hit paste style, and then paste style. Alright, so we want to push this whole section down a little bit. So what we can do here is just go to your 6 dots, click on it, go to your advanced tab, and then on padding, this little link here, click that so it's turned off. And then on padding, we can type in the top maybe 75, and then go to your bottom and hit 75. And then that little section will be done. Alright, so now we can maybe drag some image boxes over. Let's grab an image box and drag it in there. And we can put an image here. Let's just choose this one again. Obviously you want to use whatever images you want for your site. Alright, so image box here. We can just put maybe latest travels. Put your description in there. If we go to style, we can do our image instead of this little small thing. We can space it out a little bit and make it as wide as the column. Alright, so we have that, and we can just copy it and paste it again here. So we have our 3 little things here. But we forgot to add something. So let's add a heading. It won't let us, so we can put it in the box itself. So we kind of messed up a little bit, but it's not a big deal. We can just add another section, 1 wide, drag it up on top of it, and then grab our heading and throw it in there. And we could just put latest adventures, something like so, but let's put it in the center. So you can change your alignment here, center, right, left. Leave it in the center, but we do want to add some padding to this also. So let's go ahead and make sure we're on our section, on our advanced, unlink it, and then we'll just do 75 and then 75, something like that. Or something that would probably look a little bit better would be a divider. So we could go up here and grab our divider, add it here, and then we'll go and hit text here, and where the text box is here, we can change our text. So latest adventures, and then the style, we can leave it as a solid line. You could do it to arrows, like you could change it to whatever you want, but the solid line looks good. Let's do alignment center, but we need to change the style. So the width, let's change it to like maybe 3. and then we want to change the color. So if we click on the color, then click on the eyedropper, let's click this color up here. And then we have that color. And we can just copy this color if we want, so we can change the text to the color and paste. And now let's make it bigger. Something like so. And we can change the weight of it too. Like you can make it thicker. Put it on bold. You can make it super thin. Let's leave it on like 700. We can change it to italic. Transform it to all uppercase. Something like so. And then you could hit this left, and it'll put it on the left like that, which I kind of like. And then this will just delete. So we have it like so. You know, I kind of like it centered. How did we do that? Do you remember? Just kidding. Go to your style, position, center. Alright, so we have that there. And we want to change those fonts to, maybe we'll change everything to that color. Let's go here, color, paste. No, let's leave that white. But we will change these. So style, content, text, color, paste. And then we can just copy and then paste style. Paste style, paste style. Alright, so we have our layout coming here. We have this little image, which we could probably maybe make this to fit the screen. It would look better. So style, layout, height, fit the screen. And then you scroll down. Yeah, it depends. I think I like it like that. We'll go ahead and save our draft every now and then too. That way, just in case if something happens, you don't lose your work. Alright, so we have our heading background, we have these little counters, and we have our latest adventures that we can put. Alright, so next section, let's go ahead and just make it one column wide. Let's make our height about 300. I do things the hard way. I could just type in 300. Okay, and then let's go ahead and make our column position top. And that will bring it up here. And then we're going to go to the Rubik's Cube, and we're going to search for icon. Let's grab an icon, drop her in there. If you click on the icon, let's type in QUOTE. And we have these little nice quote marks. We have it there in the center, but we want it on the left, so we can change it to the left there. Let's go to style. Let's change our primary color to this orange. And let's make our size bigger. And we could rotate a little bit. Something like so. And then let's add a little bit of padding to the section itself. So click on the section, advanced, unlink, change this to 75. And then we'll go ahead and do it for the bottom two anyways. Alright. So we have our little quote marks there. And let's go ahead and add a heading underneath this. Let's center it up. And then let's put in, it feels good to be lost in the right direction. And let's change our color. Do we still have that pasted? Yeah. Alright, so we have that. And we could make this a little bit different. Let's go to title, typography, and maybe change it to italic, and then maybe make it thinner. Maybe not that thin. Something like that. And then this right here, let's go ahead and make it smaller. So we have our icon size. Let's bring it down to something like so. And then put it in the middle. But that's not looking right. So let's put it back on the left. Alright, so let's play around with this quote mark a little bit more. So let's go ahead and hit on our pencil. And let's move it over a little bit. So we could do, you could do padding from the left. I think we'll move it over. Maybe do 85. Maybe 185. Something like that. And then we could actually, let's make a background here. Let's go to our section. So right click, edit section. Let's go to style, background, classic. Let's put an image in here. Now obviously you don't want to use the same images over and over and over, but just for the sake of me not throwing another thing in there, let's go ahead, and I kind of like how that looks there, that position. Let's leave it on top center, that way it doesn't move. We'll leave it like that. Let's delete that because let's just use it as an overlay, then we can kind of change the opacity. Go to background overlay and we'll put that same image in. And that just looks a lot better like that. And we can bring our opacity up to full, or we can make it even lighter. So something like that, but we need to add some spacing up here to this section above it. Let's go back to this section here and go to advanced, bottom padding 75. Something like so. Alright, so let's go ahead and save draft. I think that looks good like that, but I think this is too bright. Let's see, can we do anything with that? Let's go on primary color of the icon. If we click on it and just drag the opacity down. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, save draft. And I think we're about done with the front page. It's looking pretty neat. Alright, for this last section, let's go ahead and come up here and let's copy this section, or duplicate it. And we'll drag this down. Drag it down to right here, and then let's change the text to next adventure. NEX, next adventure. So we have that, and then let's add a new section with 2 columns, and on this one let's put an image, and let's upload a picture of, this is not me because it's like probably 30 years younger than what I actually am. Insert media, we have that there, and then over here let's put a Google map, and let's just put in, let's see here, might as well go to Disney. You just type in Disney. Disney World, Disney World. Alright, Disney World, that's our next adventure. And we can do our height the same. And we'll hit Save Draft. I think we need to move this image to left alignment. We're good there. Let's hit Save Draft. And then we just have our little page here. Okay, for our last section, let's go ahead and add a new section of one column. Let's grab this next adventure, duplicate, drag it down to here, and let's change this to follow me. Add some padding, 75 and 75. Alright, so let's add some social icons here. So we can come up here, search widgets, SOC, social icons, drop them right there. And we have our 3 buttons here. If you go over here at Facebook, you can type in your Facebook there, Twitter, YouTube. We could add Instagram, bam. And then we have our 4 wherever we want to follow. So just put your link in there, whatever goes to your page, your YouTube. If you don't want them, you can just delete it. Okay, but we want to mess around with the color so it matches this orange, right? So let's see, let's go on that divider and copy this color again. Go back to the buttons, and I think if we go to custom color, primary color, I may have this backwards. Nope, that's good. You can change the size of them. I think let's go to content. Let's change them to circles. I like the circles better. Yeah, I think that's a go. Now, I think it looks good. So now we need to see what it looks like on mobile. But you know what? Let's put a button in here too, because we need some stuff happening here. Let's go to maybe learn about me. Then we can go to style, and the button color will change to that orange. And we could make it, when you hover, we could make it a little darker. Yeah, that's cool. I think we're good. You could do a grow animation too. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Alright, and save draft. Now we need to look at it on a tablet. So if you hit Control-Shift-M, it'll switch it to the next mode, which, let's see, we're good there. I think basically everything looks good, except for we might want to make these a little bit smaller. So we go on that, go to style, typography, maybe drop our size down a little bit, and maybe put it in the center. And then same with this one. Let's go to our style, center, and different widgets, sometimes the styles are in different sections. Alright, and then let's just go ahead and this button, let's see the button, alignment on tablet in the middle. Okay, and then switch to the phone, and I think maybe make this smaller for the phone. Something like so. Typography. Yeah, that's better. And the button works. We got this, latest adventures. Okay, well, this image needs fixed in this quote. Let's see, quote, advanced margin on phone. Make sure it's on phone. Change it to 0, maybe 25. We're good there. And then the image itself, let's click on the dots, go to style, background overlay, position, center maybe, no, top center, something like that. And I think that looks good. So our home page is ready to go, and this right here, this button will make that go on our about page when we're done with that. So that'll be our next page, the about me. Alright, so let's go ahead and actually go to our about page. So double check, make sure we save that, or actually we could just publish it. Let's go ahead and hit publish. Have a look. Let's look down here and see. Alright, look at that thing go. Holy moly. Oh, we need to fix that. This needs to be on no repeat because it's repeating. So let's go to this one right here. Edit section, repeat, nope. Update, and let's see if it fixed it. Oh man, we're really messing up. We need to put it on cover. Just kind of showing you some things here. Let's see what happens now. And that's beautiful. Alright, so we're in good shape. Now we can go ahead and close out of this one. And let's go back to this hamburger icon. Exit the dashboard. Hit the W, pages, about, edit. And we can edit with Elementor. Okay, so now we're just going to add a couple sections here for our about page. So once this page is opened up, you're going to hit on your plus widget. We're going to do one column, and let's change our height to min height and just leave it on 400. Let's go to style and then background overlay, normal, classic. We're just going to add an image. We're going to use this one right here. Hit insert media, and let's put this on center. Leave that. No repeat, size cover. You know what, let's put it on top center. Okay, we'll leave it on top center like that, and we're good there. And our next section, we'll go ahead and add 2 columns. And on the left hand side, we're going to add an image. And on the right hand side, we're going to add a heading. And then we're going to add some text. Let's just go ahead and copy this and Control V, Control V, Control V, and you're just going to put some about stuff here. Alright, so add our heading text here. This is just going to say about me. And let's change our style. Let's go typography, Roboto slab, and let's change our size to 35, or no, 30. You know what, let's scratch this. Let's delete this. I actually want to do a divider. So grab the divider, text, about me, style, color, let's see, that orange color that we used. Now you can change this in your global settings, so you don't have to do this every time, but it was E4B26E. Perfect. Okay. And I'm just going to copy this, and then we're going to change it to the text color, paste, typography, Roboto slab 30, 28, 29, 30, and weight 700. And then we want to put that on the left. And let's go back to our divider and crank this up to 3. And we're good there. Okay, so we have that. Now let's add our image. Let's see, upload. This guy. Insert. And now let's add some padding on the top. So hit your 6 dots. Unlink your paddings. And let's set this to 85. Maybe 100. Okay, so now for our next section, we just click on our 6 dots and right click it, hit duplicate, and then come down to here and then grab your column and switch them. And then on this, we can change this to my story. And then we'll switch out the image. You can just delete it, upload a new one. And you can put whatever images. This is just an example. Let's see, it will be this guy. Open. Insert media. So that's that. Now let's just go ahead and right click, duplicate one more time. And we're going to reverse these columns again. And let's just change this text to places I've been, and maybe put a, what do they call that? Apostrophe. Places I've been, and let's change our image out. Boom. Upload files. Let's get this Switzerland one. I haven't been to Switzerland, but that would be a nice place to go to for sure. Alright, so we just quickly built out an About Me page. And you could also, let's see here. Okay, let's add a button, one column. And we're going to add a button, and then this button will go to our contact page. So let's alignment in the center. And let's see here, change to contact me. And then style, typography, Roboto slab 30. That might be too big. That'll be alright. 3700. Okay, and then color, paste. Alright, now let's add some padding. Let's do maybe 20, 30, 20, 30. Okay, and then on the hover, color, paste, make it darker. Okay, now let's add some padding to the whole section. Let's do unlink 100. And on the bottom, 100. Maybe let's do it just as a border color. Paste. And then change our regular background color. That's text color, paste. Yeah, maybe something like that, but then we need to change the hover text color to white. That will work. And then our last section, same thing, just one column. Let's go ahead and add our social icons, SOC. Drag them bad boys in there. and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And remember when you do these to put your link in there so they're clickable. Alright, social icons. Let's add our Instagram. Click on the icon INST, Instagram, boom. And then let's see, we want to make these a circle. And then we want to change our color to that. And there you have it. I think that's a good looking about me page, and you can just write about yourself here, and then, you know, your story, your journeys, your goals, whatever, some places you've been. And it doesn't have to be that. You can make it whatever you like. But that'll be a good looking page for an about me page. We'll do a contact us page, and then, or a contact me page, and then a blog page, and this site will basically be ready to go. But before we do that, let's go ahead and save our draft. We could publish it also, either way. Let's just go ahead and publish it. Alright, now we're good to go. We can go to our contact page next. Okay, before we build out our contact page, actually we forgot one little thing here, is to check this in our responsive mode. So if you click on this little icon down here, or you can hit Control-Shift-M. Let's go to tablet. And I think the tablet will look okay. And depending on how much text you have here, you may have to mess with heights. Okay, that's going to look okay. And then on mobile, let's see, we have that. Okay, I think on this, I want to, this middle column here, let's go ahead and click on the 6 dots, go to advanced, click on responsive, and then where it says reverse columns, hit reverse columns. Okay, alright, we're good now. Alright, so and then go ahead and hit update. And then let's go ahead and hit Control E. And we can just type in contact. No, actually we can't because it's not published. It won't find it. I don't think. Nope, it's not. No worries. Okay, so let's just go to dashboard. And then go to pages, all pages. And then contact, let's hit, oh, that's because it's not an Elementor page yet, that's right. Contact, hit edit, and then we're going to go ahead and hit edit with Elementor. And we're just going to basically, this is going to be a very, very simple contact page, just one section. Let's go ahead, style, background overlay. And you can do it as background if you want it, but I just want it kind of faded. So let's see, this one, insert media, layout, change our height to minimum height 400. Go back to style. We need to fix the image. Let's see, center. Yep. Repeat, no repeat, and then size cover. And I think we're good there. And now let's go ahead and add another section. Let's just do one column on this one, and then we'll add our divider. Change it to text. Contact me. Let's go to style. Let's change these colors. You know, like I said, if you do this, if you set your global colors, it will be a little bit less time consuming. And we're doing what, 30s, 700. Okay, let's add some padding. Padding top 100 and bottom 100. Not 1,000. 100. Okay, so that'll be our contact me. We need to change that divider width to 3. That's good. And we'll go ahead and add one more section with 2 columns. And this side will be an image. And then this side, this is where the upgrade to Elementor Pro comes in handy, because you can use their form, but you can't because we're not upgraded. So we need to install a plugin. Let's go ahead and save. Alright, I'm just going to publish it, that way I can just do it. Let's go Control E. Let's go back to our dashboard and let's install a plugin, because we need a contact form. Dashboard, go. Okay, so let's go to plugins and add new, and we can just put in WP forms. Like, this form works great. Why is it not having issues again? Alright, WP forms. This one right here, contact form by WP Forms, another 5 million installations. Install now, and then activate, and it's going to ask us to basically just create a form. So we're just going to do a simple contact form. Okay, so create your first form. My internet's tweaking out. Simple contact form, we can just use this one, hit use template. And basically it'll have your name, email, and a message, which this is fine how it is. Okay, you can go to field options if you wanted to change the required or not. So if you don't want them to have email, just click on that and just disable required. Okay, or message. Alright, so we have our little, just a simple form here. You can mess around with these too, like field size. You can change to large, small, however you want to do it. I'm just leaving it set here. You can adjust your form however you want. Okay. So add fields. Like if you want it, like the free version, these are the fields that you can add, the standard. Okay, but if you upgrade to their Pro form or whatever their next level is, you can add some other stuff here. But like if you have Elementor Pro, like most of that stuff's in there. It's really cool. Go ahead and hit save, and then you can X out and just remember it was called Simple Contact Form. So we can go to Pages, back to All Pages, go to our Contact page, Edit with Elementor, and then now there will be a little widget that says WP Forms right here. So we can just grab that, drag it over, drop it in, and it says Select a Form. You can do it over here or on your left. Simple Contact Form, and then our form's in there. Okay, let's go ahead and put an image in here. And I know I'm using the same images, but you definitely want to change your images. Alright, so you can do Contact Me, and then we could add our social icons down here too. Let's see, Rubik's Cube, SOC for social. Drag that back in there. Add some padding. That's too much, maybe 80, 75. Okay, style. Oops, let's go back on our buttons. Style, custom color, primary, paste. And let's change these back to circles. Contact Me, let's put maybe some text here. Control C. Oops. Control V. Something like so. And then you have your real simple contact page. Okay. And you can add whatever you want. I mean, you have a ton of options. You can add other stuff. You could put your Google Maps down there and for your location or something like that if you wanted to. Then all these generals, there's a lot of different widgets that you can use to customize. And like I said, in the Pro version, there's even more. So the Pro upgrade is definitely worth the $49 a year just for this form. Okay, so we have all that, and I think we're good to go. Let's hit update. Alright, I think we're good there. So let's go ahead and go back to our dashboard. So if you hit Control E, it brings up your Finder. Type in DAS for dashboard, click on it. I think I clicked too fast or something, I don't know. You can also control click and it'll open up in a new window. Okay, so real quick, let's go to our home page and edit with Elementor. I'm just going to open this in a new tab. And then that one button we need to change. So when it's clicked, it will go to the page that we want to. This Learn About Me button, we want to go to our About Me page. So if you go in here and link, if you type in /about, oh come on, let's start over. There it goes. I guess I had to just have my mouse and just click About there. Now you can take out your web here if you want to, and go ahead and hit Update. So this button here, when you click it, let's preview a new window. Click that, it goes to your About Me page, and then this page is Contact Me. Let's go ahead and go. Did we save that? Yeah. Okay, we can close that. Edit with Elementor here, and then go down to our Contact button, and we'll edit that. And the link here is just going to be Contact. Click on that, and you can set it. Like if you click on these link options, you can have it open in a new window if you wanted to, but like they're already on your website, so just leave it alone so it opens in the same window. And we'll go ahead and preview, make sure it works. Contact Me should go to our contact page. Beautiful. Alright, so all that's done. And now you see up here that in your header that it's automatically putting our pages in here, but we want to go to our menu and double check some things. Alright, so we can close out of this one, and then on our dashboard, let's go to Appearance, Menus. And create our first menu. We're going to make this called Main Menu, and then hit Create Menu. And then we're just going to select these 3 pages, add to the menu, and we're going to drag this home one up. So the home one will be shown first, Home, About, Contact, and then we can go ahead and hit Save Menu. And if we look at our site now, nope, that didn't work. We gotta go through Appearance, Customize. And then go down to Menus. Interesting. Primary menu. Yeah, okay, primary menu. And then we can hit Publish. And then also for our front page, let's close out of this. We need to add, actually let's go back to Customize. And there's a couple of settings that we want to change in here. So first thing, if you go to Site Identity, your site title and logo, you can add your logo here. So if you had a logo, like I didn't make a logo for this tutorial, but I can just drag one in of something I made for something else. Let's just do this one. Select, skip cropping, because if you hit cropping, it'll crop it off, because this is a really big logo. And you can change your logo width. to, I think, probably 200. Okay, display site title. See how it says my blog there? Let's turn that off. And then let's also go on our mobile. Turn that off. And then on our, or that was on our tablet, and then on our mobile, turn that off. Okay, so that's good on your logo. Hit publish. Then we can go back. Site title and logo. Oh, site icon. So if you have a favicon, which is this little image up here, you can upload it. I think I have one made. It says like recommended if you make it 512 by 512. You can make one free in like Canva, some other places. All right, I have no idea where I saved that at. So, but anyways, you can just put your favicon in there, and then that will show up in your browser here. Let's go back, and then let's go to homepage settings. And then we want our home page to display a static page, and we want it to be that home page we created. And hit publish, and then that will show up as your home page. Okay. Home, about, contact, and let's change our colors. Let's go to let's go back to header builder. Design, nope. Click on the menu, design, then menu color, text, nope. Okay, whatever that orange color code was, let's see, it was E4B 26E. So that was that. And then the hover color. Let's copy this. The hover color, we can make it darker, or I mean, you can make it. Why is that? Man, I'm having so many issues. Paste. We can make it darker on hover. Okay, and then this is for your active page, so whatever page you're on, it will be that color. I'm just going to leave it. Okay, so we're done with that. Menu font. Yeah, I don't know if I can type in Roboto slab here, but let's see. Roboto slab, boom. Okay, so that's that size. Way too big. Maybe something like 18. That looks good. That way it matches everything. And you can mess around with menu spacing and margins and stuff like that too. Borders. Hovers. I mean, there's a lot of different options. I mean, just keep it simple. Obviously this logo wouldn't be for this site, but that's that. Okay. Then we go ahead and hit publish. And then we can go down to our footer. Go to footer builder. And then basically in that footer you have copyright. It says copyright, and then it has a copyright symbol. And then current year. So if you leave this code in there, every year it will change. And then my blog, if you change your site title to whatever it is, it would show up here. Or you could just put in whatever your site name is. You could leave it like that. Here's travels. Okay, and then powered by Astra WordPress theme. If you wanted to get rid of that, you can just delete it. Okay, and I hit publish and it's updated. Alright, so I think we're good there. And then the only other thing that we want to do, obviously it's a blog, so we want to make a blog page. So now we want to create some blog posts and some categories. So probably the easiest thing to do first is you can go to posts and then click on categories, and then we can add some categories. So maybe we'll add like destinations we're going maybe. So we'll just say Disney, add new category, and then it'll enter it over here, Asia. One day I'm going to learn how to type. France, whatever. I'm just making stuff up. Alright, so we have our 3 categories here. Now we can add some posts. So if we go to post and then add new, we can put Disney trip February, and then you can just click on this to add like a paragraph, and you can just put in some typing and just build out your whole post. You can add maybe an image. Let's go to media library, select file. And we'll select that one and put it in there. And basically you'll just do your whole post there. If we go to our settings, go to our post, and then down here we can set our category. We'll put that in, I mean, I know it's not Disney, but you get the idea. And we can set a featured image. Set our featured image, and we'll make it this. And then we can just hit publish. And then publish again. So that's published, and I'm just going to make like 4 or 5 real quick dummy posts, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we have 4 little dummy blog posts here, but as you see, like the background is not the right color, like all these links are blue, so there's some things that we want to change here. So let's go ahead and just close all those out. Let's add a page. We're going to add a new page called blog. B-L-O-G, and publish. Publish. Now this page will actually show all our posts, but we have to tell Astra that's what we want. So let's go to appearance, let's go to customize, and then in homepage settings, where it's post page, let's change this to blog. So now all of our posts will go to this page. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and publish, but I want to get rid of this sidebar, or at least change the colors. If you want to get rid of the sidebar, just go to sidebar here, and then on blog post you can put no sidebar. Archives, no sidebar. Okay, so that got rid of the sidebars. And default layout, we can change that to no sidebar also. Alright, so there's not going to be any sidebars on here. Let's go ahead and hit publish. Now let's go back to global, and let's go to colors, and then let's go to site background, and we'll change this to white, and then link color, let's change that to our orange. Okay, and then heading color, let's change that to our orange, or whatever color you're using. Okay, so that looks pretty good. We can go ahead and hit publish. Let's go back, and then buttons. Let's see, button background color. Let's change this. Hit publish. And you can mess with these colors too, so then text color will make white. Alright, let's see what else we have to do. We need to go to our menu. So appearance, menus. And then we're going to add, let's go to view all. Let's add this blog to the menu. And let's maybe move it up right next to home and hit save menu. The internet's slow too. Alright, so let's see what we have. So we have our home page, which is all good. Our Learn About Me goes to our About Me page. Our Contact Me button goes to our Contact Me page. And then if we click on our blog, it should have all our posts. Click on a blog post. So everything matches. Okay, so I think that looks good. Our next post, our button for that. Well, we could change the hover if we wanted for the comments. Just go back to your appearance, customize, and then change the button hover. Just go to global, buttons, hover, paste that code in, and maybe make it just a little bit darker. Okay, so without using Elementor Pro, we could add a couple plugins to design our layout a little better on our post, but I think this looks okay. We could actually go back to our blog and on our, maybe on our archive page. No. We go back to our sidebar and then maybe put a right sidebar, and let's see what it looks like. So it's going to have our recent posts, comments, archives, and categories. You can delete this stuff if you wanted to. I'm going to leave it on no sidebar. And basically, I think we're good on the site. Click on that, it's going to go back. Alright, let's go ahead and publish. Everything is done. We have a nice little travel blog with a couple neat pages, contact form. Yeah, I think it looks good. Alright, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want me to help you out in any way, just send me a message. Otherwise, I'd like to see what you made with it. If you have any other questions, just leave a comment. You can like and subscribe if you like, and we will see you on the next one.